she's a relatively new artist. She's only 15 years old. I would like to get good at that one day. Her team is incredible, and she's so incredible that we can be like, okay, you have 20 minutes, you have to change now. There's so much value in simplifying things. I'm shedding my winter skin and I'm feeling like, wait, I'm happy again. Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Of course. I'm happy to talk to you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So I'm the editor of Post Magazine. We are both a printed magazine and a website, postmagazine.com. And we talk about filmmaking, commercials, television shows. This month we've got a music video feature, and I'm always on the lookout for new music and the visuals that come by. And I saw the Freya Skye piece, and in my mind, it's like the perfect music video. It's a catchy song. It's a beautiful artist. It's beautiful visuals. It's perfect weather. It's perfect settings. And I mean, it definitely gets my attention. So I said, let me see if I can connect with the director, find out a little bit about the shoot and the process. So thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time.
Oh, of course. And thank you for appreciating the video. I love that video too. It was so fun.
Yeah, I was checking out your website, and you've done music videos and you've worked with this artist before. You do commercials, you do films. So you kind of are, have a diverse portfolio there.
Yeah, I'm running the gamut.
Yeah.
I've been doing music videos for about 10 years now. So I'm slowly but surely segueing into commercials predominantly. But I love music videos, so I can't stay away. And then the film side, obviously we're chugging along, but that takes a long time for film and TV to really develop and find financing for projects.
No, I understand. Sure. How did you get hooked up with the artist to begin with? Obviously, you've worked with them in the past, so you have a existing relationship. And I had a chance to just quickly look at your other video with her, and it has that beautiful look to it. So I guess that's her image and the look she's going for. How did you get involved?
So I know her. I have obviously an agent that connects me with record labels. So she's on Disney, and I have a relationship with the commissioners over at Disney. And so that's, how it works is they'll send a brief over, I pitch on it, and they pick me or not. And if they like the brief or if they like the treatment, then we go with the project. So the first time I worked with her was for a video called Can't Fake It, which was sort of her debut on the scene. I mean, she's a relatively new artist. She's only 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
UK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's in a Disney series called Zombies. It's a big franchise. So they have been putting a lot of work into her music career now that that Zombies is about to drop, and they're doing sort of this whole worldwide tour, I want to say, with a lot of the different artists that are involved in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was with Can't Fake It, they sent me the song. I pitched something radically different, right? They were like, this artist is 15 years old. We want it to be fun, and we want it to be unique. And so I thought, okay, what better way to be unique with someone of that age, but put someone of that age in a setting that's completely different than where they would normally be. You would think like, let's put her in high school, and we put her in an office, sort of a corporate office. And we were like, let's have them just girl power transform this office and sort of destroy it in the best way possible.
And when you talk about a brief, is it as simple as you said, like, hey, we want it to be, the artist is this young, we want it to be different? Is it like a 2-sentence thing, or is it more complex than that? And then you're like, okay, I have to now expand on a limited brief.
It totally depends. A brief, sometimes I'll get one word.
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
A brief can be like, okay, here's the budget, here's the artist, here's the song. We have no direction whatsoever. It's open. They call it open creative. So in that case, I would just have to listen to the song and kind of come up with my own thing. And then sometimes it can be really detailed to the point where they're sending me Pinterest boards, they're sending me mood boards, they're sending extremely specific things that the artist envisioned or that the team envisioned. Okay. So it just depends on the artist, depends on the song, it depends on the record label.
Okay. So in the case of Goals Gone, I watched it a few times. There's quite a few outfit changes. There's a couple of different settings. Is it a single day shoot? Is it a 2 day shoot? How quickly do you get from when you get the brief? Do you go into production, and then how about the shoot?
Yeah, that was actually a 2 day shoot. And that video in particular is interesting because I think I've probably worked the longest and the hardest on any video. With that one in particular, Gold Con, we had about 2 months of prep. So we planned it very, very far in advance.
Mhm.
And it's sort of for everyone. I mean, Freya lives in the UK, so we have to be really diligent about, and she's a minor, obviously. So we have to plan everything down to when she's allowed to work, the hours within she's allowed to work, what's appropriate, what's not for the age range, and sort of just time details because there's flights involved and there's a time change, obviously. So we had 2 months of prep for that, planned everything down to a T, 2 days of shooting. And then, of course, you get on the set and everything goes out the window because unexpected challenges happen. That's every shoot.
Was it an LA shoot? I know you're West Coast majority. Is that where the shoot took place?
We did that in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. Okay.
Yeah. So one of the women who's on the label, her name's Michelle, she had a connection to that hotel and they gave us a great little discount and we shot there and we sort of took over the hotel and had everybody from the shoot stay there and we shut
Ah,
it down for 2 days. So it was like a camping trip.
I was wondering how you got so many different looks there because it's a hotel. So you have the pool, you have the indoor aspect of it and stuff. So you really
Yeah.
maximize
Yeah. And
the
Freya's
setting.
so amazing and such a professional that so many different looks in the video, but also so many different wardrobe looks and makeup looks.
Hmm.
So her team is incredible and she's so incredible that we can be like, okay, you have 20 minutes, you have to change now. So she would run away and then come back completely transformed in a new look. And we're like, okay,
Hmm.
let's shoot.
Do you have a camera that you prefer? Do you rely on your cinematographer to kind of uh, give you direction on, hey, this is, I think, the best gear that we're going to use for it? I know some directors have a very, specific eye for the lens and the camera combinations. Other defer to their, the talent that they're working with. What was the camera package? Do you remember?
We we generally always shoot on a RE mini LF.
Okay.
And that's what in terms of camera, that's what I really prefer. With the lenses, it really depends. We were sort of going for a more vintage feel for this one just because it played in with the creative, but we also wanted to keep it really digital and poppy and fun just because
Hmm.
it's for a younger audience. So I think we shot on prime lenses. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if you even knew, the cameras, but the RELF, that's good reference there. And then
yeah.
once the shoot is complete, are you working with an editor? Are you doing the editing yourself? I know sometimes the directors are hands-on in that. What was the relationship with the edit there?
Yeah, I typically edit all my own stuff.
You
So I
do.
edited this. There was another editor that was sort of consulting at the beginning just to do some of the heavy lifting. But yeah,
What do
I,
you
I
use?
always edit because I have a hard time working with other editors because I edit also on the side for things that are not my own. It's
Mhm.
almost my favorite part of the process just because you're putting the puzzle pieces together and you're really seeing it come to life. I mean, directing is so much, this is imaginary and I'm seeing it in my head, but the edit, you're
Mhm.
seeing it physically in front of you and it's a magical experience.
What are you using? Are you using like a Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve
Yeah, I
or
use Premiere.
use Premiere? Okay.
Yeah.
And is it a matter of putting the song on the timeline and then you have multi-camera because you have, or multiple timelines because you have so many different outfits and settings? How do you craft the edit with the amount of footage that you have?
Sometimes well, I'll say this. First, I'll watch everything. I'll mark the best takes that I think, like, okay, this is movie magic. Those go
Hmm.
in first. And then I try to match, and this happens even before we're shooting. I mean, with the shot list and with the scheduling, we plan which outfit and which look is going in verse one, verse two, the chorus, the end. So I try to keep them contained, and then usually at the end I'll kind of mix them all together and have it just be an explosion of fun. But yeah, generally
Okay.
that's how it goes.
I know what you're saying. So you do have a very like a first scene outfit location, a second scene outfit location, and then towards the end you mix it up.
Yeah, and I find that that's more fun for the viewer because you're surprised throughout the video instead of just revealing everything up front and you get bored by the end.
How much time do you have to edit and deliver a final product? Were they working with a timeline where they say we need it for a certain release date? Was it pressured? Was it a little looser?
Yeah, that also depends, but this one was pretty, I mean, we had a good amount of time for post. I think we had about a month, but it can be, there can be a week turnaround, especially if you're shooting on film that delays everything even more, and then you
Yeah.
have maybe 2 days to edit. It depends on the process because with these music videos, things happen really quickly, and that's the beauty of music videos because you're not working on something for months. It's not a long format thing.
Hmm.
But there are very strict deadlines, and it has to correlate with the release of the song, with the release of the album, and often there's factors that I don't even know about that go into what this artist is planning for their entire project at
Yeah.
large.
Understood. Do you do the color grading? Because obviously a video like this has that beautiful, the skies are blue, the outfits are perfect, the skin is great. Do you do a color grade? Does it go out for a color grading or?
Yeah, I don't do color myself. That's unfortunately not my forte. I would like to get good at that one day. But
It's a
yes,
skill. I mean, the people who
I
do it,
mean it
yeah,
is. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a real skill. I'm in awe of great colorists because it's such a detailed job. I mean, one wrong move you can ruin everything,
yeah.
and
So
they
where
can
do,
just bolster things up to look like how you're wondering how does this look so good,
yeah,
and
where do you
it's
send
their
it
little
for that? Did
tricks.
you work with somebody that you'd worked with in the past or a studio or?
It was a new person. I think his name is Caesar. I can get you the name.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
recall off the top of my head, but I one of my favorite colors is Dante Pascalini. He's one of the best colorists working right now. And then the Mill obviously is great for color.
sure.
A lot of people use them. They do a lot of these shows that we watch on Netflix and whatnot.
Is there a lot of back and forth? This being a Disney artist, is there a lot of back and forth with the approval on the edit where, okay, move this scene, less of this, more of this, as opposed to an independent artist, which doesn't have as much maybe regulation or oversight on it?
Yeah, definitely it's a collaborative experience with everybody from management to her parents to the artist herself to the label. it's it's that's sort of the beauty of it. I mean, all of us chipped in to make this together, and I prefer a collaborative process instead of just me
Hmm.
um making decisions because I want to make everybody happy, of course. But yeah, a lot of back and forth, a lot of approval to be sought.
What is some of the feedback you get in those back and forth sessions? Is it just like, hey, let's go to a different outfit in this scene, or too much on this shot, we need another shot? What is the feedback that you get on that from outside of your own vision?
Yeah, it's mainly just sort of like, oh, we don't love what she's doing in this, or we loved the fur outfit, we want to see more of the fur. So it can be really general or it can be very specific, like
Hmm.
from 30 seconds to 35 seconds, take that out.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
got it, got it.
yeah.
And you said you were working with the Adobe Suite there, Premiere. Are you working on a laptop? Do you have a desktop? Are you doing this at home? Are you in travels while this is going on, or?
I'm definitely in travels while this is going on. Normally, I would prefer to edit on my desktop, but I was all over the place. I travel a
Wow.
lot for work, so I was on my laptop just in Long Island at one point, in the Bahamas at one point. Just I
I'm on
travel.
Long Island here too, just outside the
Oh, no
city.
way!
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Long Island.
The weather is getting better now and things are turning green, so it's a great time of year here. But
I
you have to
know.
get through that rough winter before you get to
Oh
this
my
nice
God. I'm
spring.
shedding my winter skin and I'm feeling like, wait, I'm happy again. I can't
Yeah,
believe it.
it totally changes your whole like outlook and mentality and
I
stuff.
know.
I embrace it in the fresh air and everything. Again, I
Yeah.
appreciate your time. What do you got going on now? Are you on to another project?
Yeah, I'm shooting a music video for an artist named Syl on Monday in LA, and you should check her out. She is incredible. She's
Ah, okay.
incredible. She is, she's new and she's super young, but I've never heard a voice like hers. Like, I truly thinks she's going to be a star. So
in the case of this project, did it come out the way you had envisioned it? Did you learn anything from it where you say, you know what, I'm not going to make that mistake going forward, I'm going to do things differently next time, or anything positive where you're like, I learned something that I can now put in my next project?
You know, I think what I really learned on this project is that there's so much value in simplifying things and perfecting what you're actually doing in that pared down version of what you were going for. I think a lot of what I did before, in in previous years in my career, I was trying to do the most and have it be so interesting, and I think that quality kind of slips. What this video showed me is that if you put a lot of attention and detail into just a couple things, although there were so many looks, but we had 2 days, so I will say that it shows. It shows. Really, precision and focus is really kind of what I'm obsessed with right now, and really my goal with all these projects.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk down the road about some of the other work. I was looking at your bio. I didn't realize you were an on-screen talent, model. I mean, you've done everything, really. You've been in front of the camera, you've been behind the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, you have amazing.
I just can't help myself. I like to do everything. It's
good
fun.
for you. Good for you. All right. Well, like I said, I won't hold you up. Thank you so much for your time. I'll send you an email with some samples of what the magazine looks like. And if you could, maybe help coordinate some images, I'd like to use it in the next issue. All right.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
Mark.
Enjoy your trip here, and good luck back on the West Coast. Let's keep in touch. All right.
Okay, definitely.
Thanks again.
Bye. Take care.